Ukraine has marked the 23rd anniversary of the country's independence with army and naval parades. Ukraine's Navy braved the pounding rain to put on an Independence Day parade in the waters of the Black Sea port city of Odesa. The show of military strength came with Ukraine engaged in a de facto war of independence against a Kremlin-backed insurgency in the east of the country. Ukraine's President Petro Poroshenko traveled to Odesa to oversee the naval review after addressing the nation in Kyiv. Standing in an unseasonal Odesa downpour, Poroshenko highlighted the bravery of Ukraine's sailors and soldiers during the Russian annexation of Crimea and remembered those who stood up to the invading forces.
До підручників військової історії обов'язково впишуть і героїчний вчинок підрозділів авіаторів.
In the history books, we will long remember the heroic acts of the Air Force personnel under Commander Mamchur. Together with the naval forces who protected our territory at sea, they approached the invaders at the Belbek airport, unarmed and carrying a blue and yellow flag. With heroism in their eyes, they sang the national anthem of Ukraine with the same fearlessness as the Ukrainian Cossacks who crossed our Black Sea.
Такі ж безстрашні, як українські козаки, які на човнах-чайках перетинали наше Чорне море.
This year's Ukrainian Independence Day celebrations have taken on special significance. The holiday came against a backdrop of war, with Ukraine fighting against an insurgency orchestrated by Moscow, which poses a threat to the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. During his address at a military parade in Kyiv earlier in the day, Poroshenko reserved special gratitude for the thousands of volunteers who have participated in the fight. With the underfunded Ukrainian army in a depleted state in early 2014, volunteer forces played a crucial role in opposing Russian aggression.
Окрема подяка.
I would like to offer special thanks to the volunteers, the activists of the volunteer movement. Your help was especially important during the first weeks of the aggression, when we inherited a state without an army, without police, without special forces, and without weapons. The naval parade was the first such event in Odesa. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union, Ukraine's navy had been based in the Crimean city of Sevastopol, but it was forced to relocate after Russia invaded and annexed the Crimean Peninsula in March. The Ukrainian and Russian navies were formed in the aftermath of the collapse of the Soviet Union. The Russian fleet, however, received the bulk of the former Soviet naval hardware. Some Ukrainians have complained that holding military parades this year would be a waste of the state's limited resources. Others argued that such events were inappropriate with the country at war. President Poroshenko has responded to critics of his decision to hold military parades by saying that honoring the country's military in this manner is essential to bolster the morale of Ukraine's soldiers. The annual Independence Day holiday marks the anniversary of Ukraine's 1991 declaration of independence from the Soviet Union, which came in the wake of the failed GB coup in Moscow. Ukraine was among the first of the former Soviet republics to declare independence, in a move which helped seal the fate of the crumbling Soviet Empire.